people all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
And right now at 6 o'clock, a student accused of bringing a gun to school here in Connecticut will tell you how investigators say he got the gun and what police are doing today in response.
And local lawmakers are working to reform state and national gun laws, the changes that they're calling for ahead.
Also, residents in New Haven said they are fed up with a recent rise in killings, what community leaders say needs to happen.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Thanks so much for being with us here at Fox 61 America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Yes, happy Friday. It is clear out. It is cold. Maybe because it is clear out, there's no clouds to trap in the heat mat.
Spoiled, let me tell you. Okay, yes, it is.
But for the most part, it's mild.
It's 20 degrees colder about now than it was 24 hours ago. It's still warmer than normal.
Exactly. That's the takeaway.
Exactly. Mild temperatures continue, I'm telling you. Lammers has just gotten weak this winter. Here's what you need to know. It's a quiet... It sounded like you were complaining. Quiet Friday, sunshine leading to a few flakes this afternoon. That's a flurry, maybe a snow shower. Don't worry about that. Weekend's got some mild sunshine, but it ends maybe with a little rain. And in the 7-day, oh boy, Lammers, colder? Possibly. Any snow? Possibly. We'll talk about that coming up. 28 in Hartford, 32 in New Haven. It should be around 20. We have a westerly breeze that has calmed down. It'll be a southwesterly to south flow throughout the day. I mentioned some flurries. There they are, western central New York, western central Pennsylvania. This is not much, if anything at all. We'll look for that to get through later on this afternoon for a brief spell. Let's go to I want to show you the school bus forecast for the high schoolers. It is clear out there. 29 degrees is still not bad for a clear morning. 41 as we get a couple clouds in that late afternoon period. All right. A little bit of a mixed bag for the weekend. Starts great, ends with a little question mark, and then there are question marks in the 7-day. We'll talk about that coming up. Let's check the roads right now.
Good.
It's cold, but turn the heater on. And but it's fine. It's not.
My car was in the shop, and I got a car with a heated steering wheel.
Oh, look out.
Going back to no heated steering wheel.
Look at you, luxury.
Womp, womp.
We've been moving on
I
up.
have the base model of my car. Let's be very
to
clear.
the east side.
Yeah, I got to go over to the other side for a few days. And let's just say I never wanted to go back, but alas, here we are back in my base model. Good morning to you, Matt. Good morning, everyone. If you have the luxury of a car starter, heated steering wheel, anything like that, go for it. Go crazy. It's so cold out. Good morning to you. We do have some construction on the eastbound side of I-84 that should be wrapping up in the next couple minutes. Traffic moving just under speed limit. Nothing really to complain about. No incidents or crashes in and around the capital city. We also have some construction on the Merritt Parkway, but it doesn't seem to be causing too big of an impact for the morning commute. Taking a live look out in Wethersfield, 91 north and southbound moving just fine. Over in Waterbury, I-84 east and west in and out of the Mixmaster looking good. A little bit of delay as you're heading into the Mixmaster, but overall traffic is moving. In the New Haven area, 91 over to I-95 looking great in both directions. We see some heavier volume starting to accumulate on the southbound side of I-95 as we bring things into Fairfield. The delays really aren't that bad at this time. Typically around 6 o'clock, we see lots of brake lights, but as of right now, not looking too bad. So that looks promising for the morning commute. We'll check back in on the roads coming up at 6:30. For now, Tim and Erica, good morning to you.
Lauren, good morning to you. Thank you.
Well, there will be an increased police presence at Washington Middle School in Meriden today after police said a student brought a gun to that school this week.
Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Meriden this morning with what police are saying happened. Brooke, good morning.
Well, good morning to you both. Meriden police say there's no threat or any sort of danger to the students on campus today, but they say just to give people a little extra peace of mind, they are going to go ahead and put an increased police presence on the campus just so all students, parents, and staff feel extra safe coming to class today. Now, here is what we know about this so far this morning. Police say a student brought an unloaded handgun to Washington Middle School on Tuesday. They tell us the incident was reported by a concerned parent parent who found out about the student having a gun. The school tells us they immediately began an investigation. MPD says the gun was initially reported as a BB gun, but after interviewing the student, they found out it was a handgun taken from the student's parents' safe. Police say the gun is legally owned by the parents and properly stored in a locked safe, but the student found a key and took the gun without the parents' permission. Meriden police tell us both the student and parents are cooperating with law enforcement. The district said in a statement, quote, "The safety of students and other members of our school community is our first priority. We appreciate our partnership with parents, staff, and community, which helps us assure that our schools are a safe place." And the school administration says that student will be facing criminal charges and has been referred to the juvenile court system. Live in Meriden, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
All right, Brooke, and thanks for the update there in Meriden. Well, meantime, today, lawmakers are speaking out on an assault weapons ban, which they believe will make communities and schools safer nationwide.
This goes hand in hand with some legislation the governor has already proposed to try to stop not just mass shootings, but also more community violence-related shootings.
And we're checking in with Fox 61's Lindsay Kane. She's live right outside the state capitol with more details on this. Lindsay.
Hi, good morning. Senators Chris Murphy and Richard Blumenthal are pushing for a national assault weapons ban. They say after the shootings in California last weekend, these assault weapons need to be taken off the streets. Now, the ban would restrict the sale, transport, and manufacture of assault weapons and high-capacity magazines across the country. There's also a push to raise the minimum age to purchase an assault weapon from 18 to 21. Lawmakers say if they don't have the support to ban them altogether, there should be restrictions for younger buyers. 11 people were killed in Monterey Park, California in a Lunar New Year celebration over the weekend. That shooter used an assault weapon. The restrictions Blumenthal and Murphy are pushing for federally are similar to what Governor Lamont is proposing for Connecticut. He also announced legislation yesterday that would close loopholes in the state's existing assault weapons ban and raise the age to purchase any firearm from 18 to 21. Now, his plan is to reduce shootings in our community and also mass shootings. State leaders say while Connecticut has some of the strictest gun laws, there still needs to be more protections in place.
Doesn't do us any good to say we're in one of the safest states in the country, 6th safest, if people don't feel safe.
We don't need more guns. What we need are the strongest gun laws in the nation. We have those. They can always be stronger.
Governor Lamont will announce his full proposal sometime in February. Meanwhile, Senators Murphy and Senator Blumenthal are set to speak out today here in the capital city later this morning, so we'll keep you updated on that on air and online. Live in Hartford this morning, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61 News.
Lindsay, thank you for that report. Okay, let's talk about homicides in New Haven. Believe it or not, the number of homicides in that city was nearly cut in half last year, down to 14. But there have been 5 homicides in New Haven already this year. That prompted a community conversation last night about how to address the rise in killings.
Our residents are dying here. Our children are dying here. They're not just dying by the gun. They're dying by lack of education, lack of incentives, no self-esteem.
The day after a shooting is not the time to be talking about what we can do about gun violence. In order to end gun violence, or at least significantly reduce gun violence, we have to develop a proactive strategy.
Well, as you heard there, the violence was described as a more systemic problem, but there were also talks about what the police can do. And the New Haven PD said community policing and walking beats have proven to be effective.
6:08 to Hampton now, where police say they received 34 calls about stolen vehicles in the month of December. Now, of those cars, 2 were Kias, 13 were Hondas, which lack an immobilizer, so they are more prone to being stolen. Police say 14 of those vehicles were either left running or had the keys left inside. So police are recommending steering wheel locks and reminding drivers to never leave your keys in your car. Well, this morning, investigators are looking into a man's death after a fire broke out in Westbrook. Now, we brought you this story as breaking news yesterday morning. It happened at the Cabins Motel on Boston Post Road. Another person who was just a few doors down from where the fire happened told us about the moment he realized what was happening.
Oh my God, he's still in there, but and then I thought about, is there any way I can get in? and the flames were just too high, the heat was too intense, so I couldn't get close enough to do anything.
The fire marshal says they're still working to identify the man and figure out how he died. No word yet on what caused the fire.